Hey guys, so I've been getting a ton of questions about pregnancy in general and how I'm kind of staying active, eating healthy, what supplements I'm taking, stuff like that. So I figured I would start doing some video blogs on the topic and just kind of share my experience, probably ask for some advice along the way because, you know, this is my first time too. So today I'm going to start with the topic of morning sickness. So something most people experience when they're pregnant. If you're lucky, maybe you didn't, but I definitely did. So I kind of wanted to cover some of the things that worked for me and some of the things that didn't. So right now I'm about 11 weeks pregnant, so pretty early on, still not yet into my second trimester, but I'm already feeling like 100% better than I was. I had about 3 weeks where I was so sick, I literally couldn't get out of bed. I was too sick to even like walk to the kitchen or go to the bathroom unless it was like running there to vomit. I mean, it was really, really bad. So I literally tried everything. I mean, I read all the blogs, I read all the forums on what worked for other people, and I ordered everything. So I'll kind of go through each one and review, you know, what worked for me. So first of all, I want to address the name morning sickness because, I mean, yeah, it's worse in the morning, but you're literally sick all day if you experience that. I mean, I just didn't get a break. There wasn't a second during the day where I felt like, oh, maybe this is going away, or I'm feeling a little better. So it lasted all day for me, so I was feeling really desperate. So the first thing I did was order these C-bands, they're called, and there's a couple different versions you can find, one that are called like Mama C-bands and just the regular, and they're actually no different, so one's higher priced than the other. Don't think that there's any difference there. So basically what they are these little bands that you put on your wrist, and there's like a little plastic thing here that digs into your wrist, and you wear them like this. They're not that cute, but the point is that this little ball will dig into the right point here, acupressure point, that will help relieve some of the nausea. So the idea is that you take 3 fingers and put them like that, and it should go under the third and like right in between those 2 little tendons. So that was the first thing I tried, and I felt like it helped maybe a tiny bit, but it wasn't enough for me. I have been getting acupuncture, and I'll get to that in a minute, and so they do use those points on you, so at least, you know, that part was legit, but as far as making me feel like I could actually function and do things, this wasn't enough. So the second thing I did was order like all of those TummyDrops and Prego Pops and ginger. Anything that had ginger in it, I was downing as much as I could, even though it kind of made me feel sick too. But I was throwing ginger in my drinks and my smoothies, ginger kombucha, these ginger chews, these TummyDrops, which I really was hopeful about these because I read a lot of really good things about them. And I really just felt like I was eating candy that didn't do anything to ease the nausea. I mean, I guess like that spark of something kind of heated in your stomach maybe helped for like a split second, but it wasn't, again, not enough to ease it to function. So I'm like downing these and wearing my C-bands and still laying in bed. So even though I didn't want to eat because I felt so sick, one thing that really did help was making sure I was eating at least something, whether it was a handful of grapes or a handful of gluten-free crackers, a piece of toast, something every 2 hours or so, because when my stomach was completely empty, I felt 10 times worse. And then I really couldn't eat because I was so sick. So just making sure you're eating like a bite of something even. Carbs I know are not the best thing because it doesn't really fill you up, but that's literally all I could stomach. So I was on this like all carb diet, which was horrible, but it was all I could do at the time. So at this point I was sort of getting like desperate, and I looked into like maybe there's some like remedies or even medicine, which if you know me at all, you know that that's not something I would ever consider. But at this point I was just so desperate. My work was suffering. You know, poor Tyler was like doing the laundry and going to work all day and coming home and making me dinner, which I couldn't really eat, and taking care of the dog and everything. So I felt so bad. So I looked into it, and there's one prescription that seemed to be very popular. It's called diclaglis, I think is how you say it. And basically it is the active ingredients are Unisom, the sleeping aid, and vitamin B6. So I thought, why not try the B6 and see how that helps. So I did some research on that too, and I ordered B6. You can see the brand here that I got was Solgar. I'll put everything in the description below. But I ordered 25 milligrams, like one of the lowest dosages I could find, because I was reading that to spread it out during the day is more effective than to taking it like all at once. And also my vitamins were lacking at this point because I really couldn't stomach taking a multivitamin. So I got the B6, and I took one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening. And I swear by the second day, I was feeling like 50% better. It was like a miracle thing for me. So I'm still taking it because I don't want it to come back. But again, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once at night, the 25 milligrams. It is working wonders for me. I still have to wake up in the morning and eat something really quickly, or I sort of feel that queasiness, but this has been a complete lifesaver. The other thing that's helping me a lot too is, like I mentioned, I'm getting acupuncture once a week. So they're really focusing on, I'm also doing cupping, which is all of it's helping. So they're really focusing on the trigger points for nausea, for energy, and for digestion. So all of that has been so helpful. And at this point, I feel like my energy is up. I can eat normally. I'm not on that all carb diet anymore, thank goodness. I'm sleeping regularly, and I'm able to function and enjoy my relationships, get back to work. And so, again, the most helpful things were the B6 and the acupuncture, snacking, and the other things really, maybe helped a tiny bit, but didn't do nearly enough to really help me function. So if you have any other tips and tricks, please leave them below. I'm open to anything new. As I said, I'm approaching that second trimester, so I know it's sort of weaning off there. But again, immediately with that B6 was like a game changer for me. So stay tuned, I'll be doing tons more of these videos. I would love to take requests. I think the next one I'll do is supplements, what I'm doing for my prenatals and all that. So, and then diet, I get a lot of questions about that. So I will leave the descriptions of everything I mentioned in the comments below. And also, if you are in the LA area, I'll leave the name and contact info of the acupuncturist I'm seeing, because he is amazing. So I will talk to you guys soon.